Jake, you guys have been so good in the red zone all year, and then all of a sudden sort of bite you today. Can you explain what happened?
You know, there's a lot of factors to that. You know, I thought we couldn't get into a rhythm of things. There was always going to have like one moment where someone let down their guard, or you know, we had a run play and we got hit back into a negative spot. You know, there was a couple miscommunication checks that happened. We got a little just discombobulated in terms of just not being on the same page at times, and you could sense the frustration between everybody out there because they're so used to executing that red zone at a high level, and we didn't, you know. And there's no excuse, and that's something that we will address, and we got to clean it up. But you know, overall, I thought they played with effort. You know, we've still got a long ways to go. We do, and which is a positive. It's a humbling thing for these kids. They do have a lot of pressure on them to play perfect all the time, but you know, that's kind of the standard that we've set in that room. And they got to be, you know, at least thankful and not take this for granted that they still got a W out of this. But it's back to work, and they understand that we got a lot of room for improvement. And it starts with me, and we'll keep working forward with this.
You have to tell them to forget that, though, to forget that expectation and just
all the time,
be the best.
You know, and Will does a really good job at that, at handling, you know, that expectation. But you know, I thought we pressed a little bit too much, and we're trying to do things, you know, without the scheme, without the system, you know, and just kind of reverted to a little bit of last year. But you know, that's something that we talked about. What I was least pleased with is that they handled it with maturity compared to last week. Last week they went back out there. They were sustaining drives. They were. I don't know what the time of possession was, but it seemed like we were out there for a while. We just weren't finishing the drives, and that goes down to what we've normally been good. And we had a down day in the red zone, and Will did some uncharacteristic things. But hey, that's part of it. You know, I'll take the win, and that's some good motivation moving forward to Iowa State.
I think Will's interceptions were more forced errors, or the defense reading and jumping those routes?
A little of both. It was more on us than anything. You know, they are a very confusing defense. You know, they're in and out of I think they ran every front imaginable against us in every coverage, and doing some things we've never seen before. And that's going to happen. That's what teams are going to do to us. We need to react better to that. But a lot of it was miscommunication. There was some missed signals at times. There was missed checks. You know, and it was going on throughout the course of the game. It was not just down there. That's where it, you know, was magnified a lot. It was down in the red zone. But you know, it's just part of it. There's going to be some good teaching tape, and honestly, I don't know if there's another team that could throw as many looks at that out there. So you know, this is good teaching tape for us to keep moving forward and understand that, you know, that teams are going to do this to you. So we got to be, you know, focused up. Like our attention to detail has to be on every single play, because we were very sporadic, you know, where we were in a lot of longer situations, which we hadn't been that way in a long time. So yeah, it goes back down to focus and making sure that we're on the same page, and understanding what the defense is trying to do, and make sure that that we are all, you know, on the same page with our checks.